We have the Storm Tiger ready to fire. Oh, no. I love all the thank yous above. That's really nice. Again, you get all the good luck, have fun, all that stuff like that. No toxic environment here, which is great to see. But will we see more toxicity? Let's find out. But hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 doing a Company for Heroes 2 replay. This is a 4v4 on the map port of Hamburg. We got ourselves Mimosk, Raul, EUB, Artie Machine, Brian Michael R, Manta, El Grand Eagle, Daxter, and Taz. Oh god, I usually just say Taz, but it's alright, let's say his whole name. Taz Co Den Ek 47. Anyway, this is again a 4v4 submitted by a fan. If you want to submit a replay, submit it to any of the links down below, being my Gmail or my Discord. Either one, and I'll take a look. In the meantime, let's check out some forces, which include 3 OKW and Austria versus 3 Soviet and 1 Brit, as the Brit and OKW duke it out, with OKW easily prevailing. We got ourselves, I think, Taz being pushed back. He's got himself a Royal Engineer Regiment. MG's going to be in the building, but if they spread out, they might be able to overwhelm this MG. There's no other support too close. So again, you have Incendiary, but luckily he doesn't have the building as of yet. So right now, I think the Storm Pioneers are the biggest obstacle. If the Storm Pioneers are able to get him a corner and overwhelm him, that could be seriously negative. But it looks like the Vickers machine gun is absolutely annihilating that squad and forcing him back. Volk squad did not gain cover in time, and thereby being pushed back. Veterancy won already in the first minute for this Vickers, so excellent job. Sniper being picked for Daxter. Again, interesting play because he went special rifle, but he went with a sniper and conscripts. I guess because of so much manpower being put into the sniper. Meanwhile, we got Artie Machine and also his teammate. Let's see, that is Mimo. Mimo and them are currently trying to push from mid. They have taken their fuel with not even a shot fired, and have been annoying and putting down all the barbed wire. So they want to make sure the enemy doesn't use any of that. Storm Pioneers coming on in with Volk squads trying to take out a lot of these Soviet forces, and it looks like from a flank they did manage exactly that. So a lot of them are being pushed back right now. Huge amount of German forces in mid. Oh my god. This is post-update. I can't do anything pre-update, by the way. So just as a small heads up, I do want to point that out. So anyway, a lot of forces currently pushed back, and right now Axis forces have mid. They're building barbed wire, not barbed wire, sandbags. I'm surprised we're not seeing barbed wire and other defenses. But yeah, we have a lot of German players here, which makes me think the OKW over here is going to be by himself. He's essentially going to be doing what he can. So Brian, unfortunately, even though he has a blob, he's truly by himself. But luckily the allies are not, fighting by themselves. Looks like they're fighting together. We have British, all 4 actually players are here. Penals, infantry section, conscripts, all doing what they can. Good grenade, almost picks off the Grenadier squad. Volk squads are trying to hold out, but there's too much infantry. They use Incendiary to throw them out of cover. More Volk squads pushing on in. They do have Incendiary, so they could start burning back the defensive layers that the allies have. Big blob comes on the flank. Allies being hit by multiple directions. Penal squad about to die here, and Manta loses a squad. He also went with sniper, so interesting choice. And he did flank a couple units, but unfortunately his conscript is pushed back. German forces are still advancing. They're now in cover themselves. We have a grenade being thrown by Taz. He's going to throw a little bit, he threw a little further, and that did kill a Volk squad. Very good there. But yeah, looks like he's going to retreat the units, or force the units back, and the allies will hold this position. However, Axis, even though they took that area and held it, they didn't fortify it. So the allies can just walk on in. There's honestly not much stopping them. There's an MG, but there's a lot of infantry, including a sniper, which Daxter could use to snipe the MG. And he will do that. Oops, sorry, wrong button. And he will hit that MG. And again, he's picking off those models, and every infantry unit's currently opening fire on it. Mortar doing what it can, but there's too much infantry. They're going to fall back. We do have additional defenses being placed, but it's not enough to hold back this. You need actual infantry. Stern Pioneers coming on in, but one squad is going to fight 5 plus an MG and a sniper. Meanwhile, on the right, it looks like the Brits are fortifying this location, and we get to hear Taz did get special infantry. I do like how they did change this unit to be, you know, you can call it out without needing 2 of them. Again, that's a really nice bonus. And for those who don't know, this unit can salvage, kind of like the OKW, but based on the wreck size, you get more resources. Like, for example, this salvage, I think if it's done to, let's say, a King Tiger, I think it's like 60 munitions and 50 fuel. It is ridiculous, but it's also really awesome. Also, we have mechanized building back at base. We have a medical building back at base. And we have a medical building a little farther out. So we also have doctrines for the Axis. We have elite armored, so Storm Tiger, which has been buffed quite considerably. We have fortifications, which also has been buffed because of the additional defenses, along with Fallschirmjäger, because they also get the additional defensive works, plus additional abilities. And then Artie Machine has artillery, so I'm actually kind of curious if he's going to follow through in Artie. Also, I love the fact that he's German mechanized and he has artillery. It's wonderful. Axis actually redistributing their men. They're building defenses that cover their flank. Meanwhile, a lot of their forces are coming on in, trying to circumvent this Vickers machine gun. Vickers does replace, and we do have a mine pretty damn close. Maybe should have built it closer to the defensive works, but it's fine. Vickers quickly gets out. Unfortunately, Volk Squad is going to open fire on it. Flamethrower coming on in, but I think the Vickers is still going to have to retreat. Grenade thrown on the Grenadiers does quite a bit of damage to them. Conscripts and infantry section moving on in. German forces are going to try their best to grab the point, but there are a lot of allied forces, including assault officer moving on in. Very good close range unit, opening fire. And yeah, there goes that unit. Flamethrower coming on in. I think burning some of his own men, but that's fine. And yeah, pushing them back. Kubel and Stern Pioneers on standby. Hitting conscript sniper on standby as well. Half track, Connie just chilling. Now opening fire on the assault officer. Assault officer having a real rough time. Gonna retreat, but very low on health. Same thing with this conscript squad. Kubel, veteran C2. Might be able to get the kill here. Come on. Daxter super low. Kubel going in for the kill. Sniper as well in harm's way. Can the Kubel do it? Go, Kubel, go! He just ran over that squad, and he gets the kill! What an impressive beast. Oh my god, he's going for the big game. He's going for the sniper. Sniper actually down to a quarter of its health. Now down half its health. Can he... Oh my god, he's gonna get the kill? Go, Kubel, go! Come on, baby! Kubel... Universal Carrier tried to stop him, but the Kubel gets the kill! Hot damn, one of the... That is why the Kubel is one of the best units in this game. Universal Carrier trying to kill it with the flamethrower. Kubel trying to get the hell out of town. Backing on up, super low on health. And it looks like... No! The mine! The mine from earlier! Oh, no! Oh, man. Taz looked into the future. Not Taz. Oh, no, sorry. It's Daxter, because that was a Soviet mine. Looked into the future and is like... My men will die from this unit. I must make sure it cannot escape. And what sucks, it was a minesweeper. So close, he would have removed it. So close. But yeah, no. German forces looks like are going to hold both fuels for the time being. There is a bunker here which will prevent Axis forces from losing this position anytime soon. We could see a mortar drop smoke or something. And we do have actually heavy mortar by Manta along with an Su-85 to help deal with all these bunkers. So not a bad unit. It's a good tank destroyer unit, good light artillery unit. But again, something to keep in mind that it doesn't have a ton of armor. And again, it can't as hard in turning its gun to face its opponent. But it will deal with that bunker quite quickly. Rakad Warfare probably needs repositioned soon. Also, doctrine-wise, no Grand Eagle and Shock Mortar. We ourselves Manta with Soviet Army, so heavy or medium stuff. And also Daxter going mechanized support. Everyone's favorite ability for the ISU-152. Conscripts push back, but we got Taz moving in with a lot of his infantry, Universal Carrier as well. German forces do not have any AT, so that Universal Carrier is going to go unopposed unless they can Faust it. Again, a good veteran C2. Grenadiers trying to get close enough to Faust, but that just allows the Vickers and other infantry to just pick it off while it's out of cover. So very good job right there. In middle, we do have a half-track that might be contending with that Su-76. Again, great shot. Half-track's under fire. He's going to pull back, and it looks like he will escape another shot. Meanwhile, back on right, we have a couple... Oh, well, Daxter just lost that unit. Oh, we do have a Shrek team that might open fire on the Universal Carrier. Big old blob coming in against Daxter's AT gun. We got Ur Engineer, but it's not going to do enough. Universal Carrier, by the way, has 4 kills, but has done a lot of health damage. MG34 has been decrewed by, I think, a solid grenade, I want to say, or by the assault officer. And right now, it's just a defensive line. Axis forces are trying to hold their fuel. And right now, it doesn't look like they'll be able to for much longer. Slowly but surely, British forces are advancing. Artillery is coming in right where the British would advance, which might be a small issue. Could cause some friendly fire issues. Nice job. Stacks are going with DPs in some good cover, so they'll be able to help pick off some forces as they advance. My only concern would be Incendiary that could possibly burn them out. But a solid grenade kills... oh my god. Can he finish it? Yes, he does. Great grenade on Brian. And Brian perishes under the weight of the guards. Guards advancing, Panzer Grenadiers in cover, but being burned alive once again by the Universal Carrier. And so far, everything is going pretty damn well. So, for the Soviet forces in this counterattack. On the other side, we do have another attack. We have shock troops. Oh, Volk Squad just trying to get back to their medical. Going after Volk Squads, again, walking back to their medical, which could cost them their lives. Half-track healed and moving in against the shock troops. Volk Squads as well moving on in, but we have 2 different doctrines with shock troops, and they are doing quite well for themselves. The armor might be an issue. We have a 2-2-3 now, not 1. A 3 because of the upgrade, helping the half-track, which, again, has a little bit more armor and also is a light vehicle with a nice MG, so it can do quite a bit of damage. Support gun also opening fire. We should have a... Okay, the 120's out of range. 120 might need to move up a bit. Oh, Stuka, but Stuka's actually going for mid. I'm surprised. You figured they would go for the place that they're attacking. But, no, they miss. They kind of hit the MG. The mortar's a little bit more hit. But, yeah, German forces trying to push back. They have AT. S-76, though, pulling back. Looks like it was scraped by something. So, yeah, no, they're like, let's pull that unit back. Maybe use some artillery from it. Double shock troops coming on in. Again, the big issue would be that half-track suppressing, but it's right now out of range. So, shock troops just going to walk on in. Nice stun grenade, stops them in their tracks. The other squad, though, moving on in. Another stun, keeps them stunned in the fire. And the Stern Pioneer might get the kill. Good tag team with the stun grenades in the fire to help burn down the shock troop defenses and help try to kill the squad. Unfortunately, not able to. And it looks like the shock troops will still chill out right there with some minesweepers to back them up. We got some penal squads, but again, they have DPS rifles. So, sorry, not DPS. My apologies. PTRS rifles. Good against armor, not so much against infantry. Meanwhile, German forces actually are holding off the allies over here. Universal Carrier, Vet 3, but they kill the AT gun on the Soviet side, and right now MGs are lining up defenses. So even with all the artillery, looks like the Axis will prevail, and they have themselves a Panzer IV moving on in. But we do have Taz coming out with a Cromwell, so it looks like about an even fight. Daxter's yet to get armor, but he has upgraded to the last base. Elgran and Manta have both gone with the S-76, but it looks like Manta just lost his. Unfortunately, while moving on the half-track, double support gun's going to be a big pain for a lot of these Soviet forces. Meanwhile, Germans, we got that Stuka from earlier. Brian has also gotten himself a Stuka, interesting enough. Only 2 kills, though. That's why we haven't heard of it, because it literally has done nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's like when you watch your favorite TV show, and then in like the 5th season, they're like, and so has entered, or who the hell am I kidding? Fast and Furious 9, Dom has a brother. Okay, why wasn't he, like, at, you know, Dom's hearing, yeah, court hearing, or why'd he hate Dom so much that he could somehow be on the same level as Dom? Like, they both literally have no training, so how'd that happen? Like, really? Okay, sure, why not? Kind of like that sort of issue. It works in stuff like Uncharted 4, not so much against other things. But you know what does work? Nice little Cromwell dive. Does miss the target, though. Stuka trying to run for its life. Panzer IV engaging, but looks like he has something coming in on it. Cromwell's moving on in. We can see here going for the Stuka. Airstrike comes in to stop the repairs. Cromwell trying to escape. You didn't even kill the Stuka. Oh, he's going to be Fausted. What are you doing? Taz, oh no. And that's why I changed the camera angle, because otherwise this thing would block it. Oh, man. Taz, you were so close to killing that Stuka. Panzer IV, probably not going to be healed that quickly because... Well, no. Okay, never mind. They got the medic station currently... not medic. Mechanized station currently healing it, so that'll help. There's a lot of Faust in this thing future, isn't there? Oh, no. Oh, no. Poor Taz. Poor Taz. Kill him. Kill him, Artie Machine. Oh, good grenade. All right, solid grenades. Oh, good wipe. All right. Well, you couldn't save the Cromwell, but you did wipe some infantry. Stuka's, Katusha hitting there. Is Stuka hitting this? No, it kind of just hit the mortar. You really, if you would have angled that better, you could have gotten like so many units and maybe even a Katusha. But no. Meanwhile, we got Soviet forces pushing against on the left-hand side. Again, mostly by shock troops. They're going to probably decap it maybe. Oh, nope, they're retreating. Folkvard still holding pretty strong. Oh, and he has 1,200 manpower. Holy God. How much he has so much manpower. But he has a decent-sized army. He's probably saving up for armor. And again, he does have also the 223 gaining resources as well for him. So hopefully he can get it a little bit sooner. Again, the Axis did lose the fuel, but I don't think that's a huge loss for him since they are already holding double fuel for so long in this game. AT gun hitting the Panzer IV. Slowly pushing it back, I would say. And Panzer Grenadiers now moving on in. Again, just one of those situations where it's like, okay, you know, you have some difficulties, you have some issues, but Panzer Grenadiers, oh, throw a bundle grenade, and we currently see that misses the AT gun. That's funny. I had to check something as well. I'm like, of course the Panzer Grenadier is gonna. Nope, they absolutely whiffed. They whiffed. He need that bulletin to increase its range by what? Is it 7% or like 10% or something like that for the bundle grenade on Panzer Grenadiers? I swear to God, there was a bundle or something like that. Well, MG got annihilated and given to the OKW. Well, OKW doesn't even need to build units. He's just like, I'm gonna take enemy units all over the map. Works out. Anyway, we got a big old Soviet blob. And yeah, I'm absolutely calling this a blob. German forces are going to need some support. Although, Mimo is like, this is where my Stuka comes into handy. They are separating though, so I don't know how effective that's going to be. SU-76 coming in. Monta is yet to get additional armor. S-76 pushed back the half-track. Again, we have a flare, which makes me think that we're about to see a Stuka barrage. Stuka over here hurts some infantry, but not many model kills, just a little bit of health. Unless, does this guy have 5-man? He does. Taz does have 5-man. Oh, Katusha hitting the Stuka, but alas, not able to kill it. Is hitting the Panzer headquarters unexpectedly, though. I don't think he expected that. Stuka does push back some of the infantry and hurts the shock troops quite effectively, which brings his kill count up to 9. Okay, so we got like 5 to 7 models with that, I think. Great shot against that half-track. S-76 gets the kill. And the defensive line's holding, but they did smash the line. Axis counterattack, though, is coming in pretty fierce. Penals will probably die right now if they're not careful. And I think they will die to the Volk squads. Oh my God, they can... Oh, nope, they don't. They can... No. Anyway, German forces will hold the fuel. Meanwhile, German force on the right trying to hold against the Soviet force. Again, you have to watch out. AT grenades, all sorts of stuff. Again, Daxter's really trying to put the pressure on that Panzer IV, but unfortunately, Panzer IVs are pretty damn good at killing infantry, and yeah, he's just chilling. Now, guard troops with their AT rifles, pretty solid. Unfortunately, they didn't do enough to kill that position. So now you have the flak hitting the infantry, and he's going to need to pull back. Does he still... He doesn't have a sniper anymore. Actually, does anyone... Oh, okay, so we do have a sniper from Monta. I'm sorry, I thought he got a new sniper. Because I saw one on the map. No, it's just Manta's sniper with 11 kills. Yeah. I guess the shock of the Kuba killing it. He's like, nah, I'm not dealing with any more. I don't want any more snipers. Although AT gun is very close to killing that Panzer headquarters. Stuka, though, is primed ready to fire, so they could stop that if he really wanted to. if he didn't have infantry already coming on in. And looks like Brian's actually going with artillery right now. RD Machine is yet to produce artillery, though he's very close to. He has 900 manpower, over close to 200 fuel. I feel like he's going to get artillery out in mass. I feel like that would be his thing. Katusha, though, firing. It looks like the Stern Pioneer's trying to keep this thing alive, but not able to. Point blank Katusha did wonders and absolutely annihilated that position. Volk Squad, though, looks like they're preparing to flank. Universal Carrier is still alive. I'll give that. Taz still has the Universal Carrier alive for a very long period of time. T-34-85, though, by Manta is having a real rough time. Oh, Sturm Tiger. Yes. This is what I need in my life. This is exactly what I need. I need a Sturm Tiger. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we all know what's about to happen. Well, there goes that unit. I don't think you have to worry about shock troops being bullies anymore, chat, when you literally have a Storm Tiger that eats infantry for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Anyway, A-76 looks like it perished, though El Gran's one did fall apart. Mortar, though, comes in handy and does force them back. T-30-40-85, I should note, that's the 85 variant, so better gun and armor. Does push back the Volk squads. MG's still here. You still have the support gun, which is actually 3. Luckily, one of them did get decrewed. We do have a push coming in on the right. Panzer IV advancing. Looks like a lot of British defenses were cracked over here, and now they have a couple things over here. Stuka might... What? They used the Stuka against the Universal Carrier? Are they that petty? Are you seriously that petty? But, yeah, they fire, they hurt it, but they don't kill it. And he's gonna make his way out of there. Good for him. Oh man, they really want that. It's like, guys, the thing that's stopping the Axis advance, Universal Carrier, that's what's stopping us. Anyway, Taz decides, you know what? If you get a Sturm Tiger, I get myself an AVRE. So we'll see how that goes. Sturm Tiger looks like it just pushed back the infantry and made them retreat rather than actually hurting them. But it looks like that will allow Raoul to hold mid, where Mimo is holding left. Is it Mimo, that like horrifying like artist creation from Japan? Am I mistaken by that? Mimo? Is that, it's like that weird bird lady? Anyway, that everyone thinks is real, and then every like 6 months has to be proven like, no, this is just an artist rendition. Anyway, great shot by the Sturm Tiger, neutralizes the mortar, and now up to Vet 1. Also, Vet 1 Sturm Tiger gets itself self-propelled grenade launcher, which literally just fires everywhere and hits enemy units, so it's pretty damn sweet, especially for being only 20 munitions. Armor, those coming on in, but again, he can reload right now and be totally fine. Oh my god, grenade fires at the T-30-45, being like, and F you, and F you. This might not be hurting you, but F you. Panther, though, coming on in by Mimo with additional AT support. Infantry is going to be a rough issue, especially either shock troops or 7-man infantry squads. I think so. Good job by El Gran for upgrading that. Grenade being thrown, but Manta's not able to get that strike. For Canrifer walking on in to El Gran's infantry army and does pull back. This is a bit of a blob. I could see the Sturm Tiger and or the Stuka coming on in. Sturm Tiger has some time. We have, again, 2 guys going fortifications, so more zeroing on the field, which should help clear a lot of stuff in mid. Shock troops, though, pushing through it. Unfortunately, needs to retreat from the Sturm Tiger. He's about to get that. And it looks like a lot of forces at mid are going to be forced back. Again, you're in the middle of it. I would fall back. S-285 hitting the Panther, but needs to get out of there before the artillery starts hitting that unit. Like this conscript squad is slowly dying. Artillery is hitting the S-285 now. Sturm Tiger moving on in. Though weak, it is down to a third of its health. Now half of its health. Conscript squad does die. Now, again, I like how the S-285 is like, no, I'm not being pushed back by this thing. No way. We're gonna counterattack. We're gonna hold them back, and they did. They successfully held back the Sturm Tiger. So good job there. Now VP point wise is actually going with the Allies right now. They have about a 100-point lead. But again, as long as the Axis keep taking mid, I don't know how far long that, you know, that point total is going to last. A lot of forces right here. Surprised we're not seeing a Stuka just take all this stuff out. He's honestly not gotten many kills with this Stuka. 3 kills after numerous barrages. He's gotten veterancy. That's about it. We have guard troops moving in, and their DPs trying to hold back the infantry. Good grenade right here. Oh my god, Volk could perish. Does perish. Excellent job there. One squad of Vet 3 will need, like, 16 kills for this guard squad, right? That's way less expensive than a Stuka. ISU 5-2 in a great position, using its natural environment. Katusha as well, hitting the Volk squad. Kills a Vet 4 squad. And yeah, the ISU 5-2 is just sniping infantry. They could cross this little bridge, but the gun would literally annihilate them because it's in such a small area. Like it did with the CERM Pioneer. And there goes Brian's army. Luckily, has some, you know, manpower for reserves, but alas, you know, probably needs a bit more. Meanwhile, again, we have infantry pushing on in. A Vet 3 assault officer. Again, what is with this Stuka? Like, it missed this infantry even. The support gun, I think, might be getting more kills. Yeah, support gun has 7 kills. It is more. Airstrike comes in from Daxter as well to try to hit some of the infantry and cover their escape. Meanwhile, middle is currently under fire. Sturm Tiger is reloading. It's up to 21 kills. Like, I'm just trying to put in perspective how bad that Stuka is doing, because luckily his teammate is kind of coming back in a big way, or his teammates are, but still. Aviary opening fire on the infantry. Great kill right there by Taz. He gets one of the Grenadier squads. ISU 5-2 by Daxter just charging in. They're killing the Reckenwerfer as well. Looks like Arty Machine might need some Arty as they're being pushed back. Again, Brian's artillery is doing well. He has 16 kills at least with that. So the LEFH doing a bit better and kind of hitting this sector. Oh my god, the physics. Alright. We have ourselves a Brumbar being lit upon by numerous enemy forces. We have ourselves zeroing in play. Possibly about to come down armor. They'll pull back. Again, they don't want to deal with it. Meanwhile, in mid, Axis forces got pushed back. So, alright. Looks like even with the Sturm Tiger, they are having trouble with all the tanks and such. The Panther's just not committing very well. Which is weird. You would assume that because Manta and El Grand Eagle both are in a situation where neither of them have artillery. I mean, sure, they have like a mortar, but come on, let's be serious now. You have like, you easily have enough support guns to deal with that. Especially Stukas and LEFH that you just built. Why aren't you building like a Pac 43 right here? Like, just stay with me here. Like a Pac 43 to cover, so the S285 and the T34 85. Oh, there it is. Don't like come in any closer. That way you have a little breathing room for your infantry, and that way your Sturm Tiger just walks in, and since there's no armor that can necessarily fight it toe to toe without being literally annihilated by a Pac 43 round, now that it can guarantee piercing, you figure you would use that. Stuka kind of whiffing on that assault. That being said, Manta, good job with your sniper. Up to 18 kills now if he's going to... Oh, 17 kills still. Big push on the right. Infantry's running into a Katusha. This could be very bad. Oh, gets a good wipe right there. Stuka as well. A lot of units currently being pushed back. They're like, hey, I'm going to need some help. Storm Tiger's like, don't worry. I'm on the case. Oh, wait. Oh, no. It bounced off the Sturm Tiger? Oh. Sturm Tiger trying to go for the AVRE. Does stun the ICU-52 as well. AT grenade looks like from the conscripts just pinged off it. S285 trying to hit it. And again, it's still doing okay. Panther as well being buttoned and pushed back. So it looks like the big counterattack by Raul did not work as well. Zeroing, I think, is in effect? Or no, it's not zeroing. What is this? I mean, it looks like a strafing run, but it's on his own guys. Oh, it's Panzer headquarters. It's the Panzer commander. He called in artillery. That's what it was. But yeah, it looks like Axis forces are having a real rough time on this front. Again, Daxter and Taz are putting the boot to their throats. they're still taking casualties. Taz currently has some good infantry, but a lot of it's newer. He has a Churchill to cover up his AVRE. Maybe a Firefly would do a little better, having some serious AT. Daxter has a solid infantry force, having AT, big heavy tank for infantry, good anti-armor and infantry, a good, anti-whatever with the Katusha, except for maybe the heaviest armor. T-34 is advancing in mid. Again, this is where a PaK-43 or something would be great at trying to hold back this armor. ISU and 5-2 backing them up as well. Has gotten 7 kills. Canwiffer setting on up. I don't see any others, so it's just one AT gun versus 2 85s. It's not really going to hold them at all. They're opening fire on the Canwiffer and tearing it apart pretty quickly. Stuka's coming on in. It does hurt the shock troops a little, but Panther's in need of some heals. We have an Lefh that's kind of has no kills, but got some veterancy, so maybe just start pounding if you can find out where they are. Actually, one thing I am surprised of, we have not seen any OKW player with a half-track. You would assume that one of them would go with the infrared half-track for recon. And again, I say this because recon is so imperative in these games for artillery and other units to fire and kind of playing out their strategies, that the fact they don't have any recon is astounding. Sure, you could say, well, Greyshot, the allies don't have that, as I watch shock troops beat Obostodotten. Yes and no. Taz does have recon. He has the command vehicle air support, so he does have a recon. But you could say, well, Greyshot before then, they didn't have any recon. Sure, but the Soviets don't get recon in their normal commander. The British do, and that's with the assault officer, so he also has recon. So if need, I'm surprised we haven't seen more, but at least the Brits have 2 different options to deploy recon right now. And I feel like the Axis need it because their artillery has been kind of a shit show, honestly. Anyway, it looks like a big offensive is taking place. The Zeroing's trying to help clear some of the bigger units. It looks like it did work. They had to pull back. ISU and 5-2 in harm's way, being hit barely by the Zeroing, but it is enough. Panther might dive it, but it might be an issue. Guard troops moving on in. They do get it. Oh my god. Alright, that's a big win. That's a solid win right there. Alright, they actually formed up enough and pushed to kill the ISU and 5-2. Daxter now has to worry about the Brumbar smashing his lines. And yeah, it kills the Vet 3 AT gun, which is unfortunate as the Brumbar slowly inches away. We have the AVRE and a Churchill possibly. Katusha as well, but Suka comes on in right in front of it. Oh, they're killing the MG so they can keep advancing. Good teamwork right there. Again, good teamwork on the Axis for taking out the ISU and 5-2. Looks like that might have been the only place. Oh, ISU and 5-2 in mid just did it, and oh my god. Axis said GG. They killed the ISU and 5-2 in that assault. Yeah, the Su-85 died. The T-34 and Su-85 are in retreat. So it looks like a big assault in mid took place. Storm Tiger up to 30 kills. So that was a solid work. I wonder if that was zeroing as well. Hold on. That might have been, they might have done zeroing to help clear that. Not entirely sure. But yeah, that was going on at the same time. So I'm sorry I missed that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it looks like the Allies did take some heavy losses. But again, here's the thing. Axis, if you're going to say GG, put on the pressure. Because right now, technically you're still losing to the Allies. Right now, they still have 2 VPs against you, and you only have 1. So it's a 160 VP point difference. Alright, Allied forces are kind of constricted a little bit, but they're not, cut in half. They're just kind of, put into a position where they could strike, especially with Taz. Taz has regained a lot of his infantry and stuff like that up to full health. Meanwhile, a lot of the Axis armor is still out of commission. That's a big issue. Once you do these grand assaults, if you can't continue to back up and put pressure, then the Allies can just walk back in. Now, it looks like we have a small counterattack on the left. Shock troops under heavy fire. Might die here from the Storm Tiger, which, again, really good use. But he doesn't kill it. Shock troops escape. But he does hurt some other infantry, so I can't say it's a huge loss. And he has 38 kills up to Veterancy 3. This Storm Tiger is by far on point today. So really good job by Rule. Again, he also has 1,300 manpower, so he knows his shit. He is doing a really good job. The only thing I will say that he could do a little better in, even though he just, again, they just helped kill the Soviet half-track, which is nice little kill right there, is the AT department. He only really has the Panther for that. I feel like, and again, the Panther has heat rounds. Let me be very clear. It does have the capabilities, but still. Alright. Chat, thank you for bringing up a good point. Caches. Caches is something that also I want to talk about. Right now, we have a ton of caches by Manta. We have a few more caches by Daxter, another cache by Taz. So the Axis may not have any caches. Literally, they have no caches I can currently see on the field. Unless it's over here. Nope. They have no caches. So right now, even though the Axis, you know, might be constantly under putting pressure on Allied fuel, way more so than maybe the Axis fuel has been under pressure, even though they just, you know, got decapped. Great kill on the Panther, by the way. The Allies are getting 62 fuel per 62 munitions per turn and 29 fuel per turn. That's pretty huge in terms of the 53-26. Might be small, but consider the fact the Axis have been very offensive driven this game. What the hell? Artillery just coming down all over the place. What the? Not entirely sure what the hell that was. But we have the Storm Tiger ready to fire. Oh no. Hits both T-34s in a great swing. S-285 might get the Panther though. He does! And again, that's where overextension can lead to your downfall. Shrek team's trying to kill it. This is where the AT would really come in handy. But luckily, the Panther of his ally comes in to kill one of the 85s. He's trying to go in for the other one. Is there anything that's... Oh, you have an S-285 there. Good. Very, very good. And he's going to turn tail and run. Looks like over here, we have an MG just walking on in. Sure. Why not? Shock troops just coming in to grab the fuel because, again, there's nothing stopping them. I guess they're like, well, who needs the MG over there? We'll move it somewhere else. Okay. Cool. Why not? Anyway. We look at overall how everything's going, and we can see here Grenadiers are... And almost done. Oh, man. Raul's kind of moving all his forces. He's like, all right. Why haven't you guys taken the spot yet? We've been doing so much damage. It's ridiculous. Can you just please clear out this area? Good bundle. Gets 2 units. Rifle grenade as well. Tries to help finish it off, but unable to. Sudan trying to clear this stuff up, but AT guy manages to escape. Alright. Assault officer might perish here, though. It's pretty low. Is that an ISU? It is another ISU, and Katusha comes in against the Volk squad. Both Vet 5. Doesn't kill the squads. They will retreat. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, Raul's getting a King Tiger. It's like, I'm done with this. I'm going with the King. Now, again, I will say, for reference, the Axis are still losing this game by close to 100 points. Like, they're still down. The Allies are still ahead by a considerable margin. Sure, it doesn't matter if they can't win another tactical victory or strategically can't retake any star, but here's the thing. And again, this is just my perspective. You have... Oh, okay, they killed the cache at the very least. The Axis have been kind of faltering a little bit here and there. They haven't been able to do that decisive swing and then hold territory as much as they wanted to. So, the chance of that changing is... we'll see. Alright, anyway, lots of AT currently trying to hit that armor. It has, again, we have a very weak unit. Luckily, it did bounce that shot, otherwise it would have died. Unit is stunned by the AVRE, which, by the way, has 14 kills. Not as good as the Storm Tiger, but still. Fire's coming down to stop additional infantry. Armor is being congested by pathfinding. A lot of AT currently smashing their line, trying to kill the Panther. Vet 2, if they can kill that, that'll be a big win. Unfortunately, Panther blitzes himself away. The Agpons are still on the front with AT forces right there. AVRE is close to firing again, which might clear that blob. Again, they're missing. The problem is the allies are apparently drunk. They just can't hit target. Hold on. T-34-85 moving on against that king. Probably a bad idea unless you have some major infantry force. But nope. Volk squads and other units are currently holding back the infantry. And T-34-85 goes down to the King Tiger. Jagdpanzer are still under fire. Infantry got cleared by the AVRE. So excellent job there. Stern Pioneers had to pull, or if they lived, pulled back. Did they live? Yes, they barely lived, I might add. Meanwhile, King is pushing in mid. Looks like middle might actually finally collapse. Manta and them are just on the precipice of defeat. Though they still, again, they just kind of fell back. They still have their big tank destroyer. Some tank destroyers that come on in. If that King overextends, he could absolutely be eviscerated by tank destroyers. Now, yeah, there's still one here, but El Gran Eagle has lost a lot of his infantry. Though he's still coming back. He still has some decent veterancy, and he still has some units. Plus, again, my biggest thing is he still has manpower to replenish his men. So that's really helping. But again, they're going to need some support, and right now, Daxter might be repositioning the mid to help. But again, you have all this armor, everything like that, and you weren't able to crack the allies. Now you have a different situation. Now you have the Taz by himself versing Brian and Artie. If he can't hold this, then yeah, Taz could literally have this entire front fall on his face. Though, killing your Grenadier squad and making a retreat, pretty good. Pretty solid. Though, again, you have to worry about pack gun, a bunch of armor. Though, slowly moving on in. Firefly gets a great shot. Maybe fires rockets. It is being boosted, by the way, by a command vehicle. Does fire rockets. Hits the Panther dead on. Unfortunately, it's being hit by too much armor. Again, you're going to need more AT in this sector. He's going to pull back slightly. Firefly has some decent range, however. And they're going to try to hold. Churchill taking the brunt of the action. Stuka is firing. You can see the rockets come on in. Where are they going to hit, though? What was that barrage? How many kills do you have? You have 17 kills. How much does the COH2 have? COH2 has 44. Just want to point that out. Zering's trying to help clear mid again. Axis forces do lose mid, so the VP hemorrhaging is stopping. Allies still have an 80-point lead. So again, they might be down, but they're still not defeated yet. Meanwhile, Axis forces are again, this is the issue. Daxter repositioned. Now he's fighting two guys. So Taz is really being pushed back right now. He needs some big, some big guns. And while I would say for the Axis, a Pac-43 on the other side would be a smart move, here I don't think a 17-pounder would be a good idea because we're seeing two artillery pieces just constantly harass the front. So any defensive structure that, again, could be built by Taz might be annihilated before he's able to fire a shot. So, again, that might be a big concern for him if he were to make that. Again, he is pushed back. He needs some healing. He does have two infantry units, luckily with upgrades to get those fast repairs in. Meanwhile, Daxter is trying to make a difference in mid, but it so far has been unable to. They really need to do something quick. We have an airstrike coming in to help against some of this infantry. Katusha opening fire. Again, you have artillery just hitting the front. Plane flies overhead after doing a strike, after not really hitting anything. Shock troops being slowly pushed back. I mean, like, they're advancing, but almost Odon are just slowly retreating, firing. Then Volk squads will get in between them to help cover them. So again, Raul knows what he's doing. He's trying to keep the enemy back, and see that seems to be working with some good coverage. Suka's firing again on the right. Will they actually hit something? Okay, he hits the MG, and he gets the infantry section, and the Brumbar finishes it off. All right, better hit with your Stuka. I'm glad, it took 40 minutes, but, or not 40. It took you about 30 minutes, but I'm glad you're finally getting better with it. Alright, Katusha opening fire. Not really hitting any infantry. AVRE come. Oh my god. Is AVRE gonna get like 3 units with a single blow? Is that what's about to. Oh my god. Come on, AVRE, fire. And he stunned 3 units. I'll give him that. And again, it's not enough to get vet 3, but it's very close. Artillery, though, hitting this area. Katusha might be in harm's way. Firefly instead trying to push him back. Wait, Panther might be in a situation. Oh, there goes the forward base. Panther escaping. Again, a lot of forces retreating. ISU and 5-2. But then we have fire coming in. And again, the fire barrage will hurt armor ever so slightly, but it is something to note. He also is buttoned and marked as well. Jagdpanzer is retreating. The Katusha could finish him off. He is under fire, but if he does the creeping barrage and he knows where that is, the creeping barrage could kill that. I do want to point that out. Also just realized I have a ton of light coming in on me. Can't necessarily fix that right now, but okay, yeah, I look way too bright for my own good. But it might just be the fact that literally the last week it's been really rainy here in Texas. So I kind of compensated my light exposure and everything like that for that. But I guess finally, no, it's bright and sunny. So that's why I'm glimmering from my webcam. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Storm Tiger just like, where do I go? Where do I fight? Infantry having a rough time in mid. It looks like even Taz is like, alright, just take mid, guys. Come on. We're losing this fight. You need to take mid. Anyway, Taz is still somehow holding the right. Barely. Unfortunately, here's the problem. They haven't been able to really knock out any armor. So, they're slowly being grinded down. But look, Taz still has 1,700 manpower. Like, he hasn't lost all that much. And he can replenish what he's gotten. Now, of course, you want a Vet 3 unit over a recruit. But still, at least if he needs to lose, if he does lose a unit, it's not too negative. Also, Axis forces have this position. Like, what? And they also place mines. What? ISU 5-2 pushing in mid. Again, that's from, was it El Grand's ISU 5-2? Folkvard could perish right here if he gets lucky. Come on. I guess he's not that lucky. King Tiger coming on in. Storm Tiger just rushing on in, but that Sweetie 5 is there to start smashing it. It's probably not going to do enough damage, though. Well, it hit it, but it did nothing. Alright. There's even ability to take a shot. The opening shot and, like... Great shot. Does hurt the unit slightly, but does stun the ICM 5-2 and allows him to escape. Recannwiffer is dead, though, by the shock troops. Zeroing is helping push back a lot of the Soviet forces. Wait! King Tiger's blocking! No! Storm Tiger, run! Oh, Storm Tiger's running for its life. Recannwiffer is opening fire. Does manage to push back the armor. So again, good shots by the Recannwiffer. Plane crashes right in the ICU of 5-2. Alright. Thanks for the air support, I guess. Yeah. Looks like they're pushing on in. Panther's backing them up again. Looks like he spent a lot of his reserves to get that Panther. Because right now he's pretty low in fuel. Meanwhile, again, you have Axis forces on the right slowly advancing. A lot of Vet 3 armor. This is a far cry from where they were earlier in this game. They've definitely done a lot better for themselves. Taz is now left to hold the line, and I don't know if he can, honestly. Well, we'll see. If they swing up, they might be able to neutralize Taz's meager defenses, but he is getting another Firefly to help, so that's something. In mid, you have a lot of really weak forces between half-dead ISU and 5-2, an ISU of 152 that was half-dead that's repairing. Constant artillery barrages. They have, let's see, 2, 3... They have 4 pieces of artillery, and unfortunately the Allies do not have any... Well, no, they do have a direct strike. Manta does. They just... I'm surprised we haven't seen Recon to try to kill it. Taz still has the assault officer, so we could do that. So just to note, they could try to neutralize some of the LEFHs using that option, but so far they're not doing that. They might be using a... Hold on, shock troops advancing. Alright, we'll see how well that goes. Hold on, big assault on right. Churchill taking up brunt of the action. Firefly coming up to the front. Aviary half dead, forcing itself to move in. We got Sturmovik strike. Aviary forces back the infantry just by scare tactics alone. ISU 5-2 moving on over. It is switched to AP round, so it could hurt some of this armor. Brumbar is being forced back by the great shot through the building. Again, sometimes people want to be cheesy and hide the run bar behind here. I have been guilty of doing it. But yeah, IC-152 can fire right through and counterattack. Again, cracking the armor. Infantry, though, again, you have engineers with AT weapons, so not going to do all that much. Although, versing units with minesweepers might be better. Katusha forces some of the infantry back, though. Pack is under fire as well. Stuka comes on in. Hurts the engineers. Again, you have the Stukas up to vet 3. Again, eventually you keep firing, you'll get yourself some veterancy. Compare that to the Sturm Tiger, which has... Oh, really? Only 47 kills still? I really was expecting more. Anyway, it looks like the King Tiger, like I said, overextended. And that caused a lot of turmoil. Did kill an Su-85, though. And it did... hold on. Did hurt some additional armor, but did kill it. So, they are using artillery to neutralize the Zis gun, so excellent job there. And assault officers moving on in, but the Sturm Tiger is going to probably make quick work of it if it focuses it to kill that unit. Or you could just shoot the ISU-52 and possibly kill the engineer squad going in for repairs. Oh, great shot on target. And Panther might be able to get the kill there if he's lucky. Su-85 and ISU-52 focusing on it. But, oh, bounce! Able to live, and the Panther is too weak. He is buttoned. Guard troops are... Oh, no, he's not buttoned. He's marked, I think. No, he was buttoned. I'm sorry. I was right. He just kind of pushed through it and kept retreating. Alright, Volk Squad just died. Stuka comes in to do a little bit of damage. Again, Taz is still holding off 2 guys right now. And that might not seem like a big deal, but right now the Allies desperately, now they're starting to lose, definitely need mid. But I feel like the Axis still think that they're on top of the world and looks like they're about to push. There's still tank destroyers over here, and yeah, that Panther's about to die because it's like, yeah, I'm going to move up, I'm going to flank. The Allies are almost dead, and then it's like, no, they're not. They're truly, honestly not. They're down considerably, but like Taz is at pop cap, Daxter's nearly pop cap. Monta and Elgrand still have over 50% of an army. Sure, some of it needs repairs, but they're still in a decent shape. And a decent shape enough where they're taking territory in your line that you thought that you could defend with ease. So, just to take note. We do have a big push coming in on the right again. Man, these guys really are trying. But Artie Machine and Brian have a good amount of population to throw at the enemy. So they're like, alright, we're done. And they're trying to push. It looks like we have a strike coming on in. I think it's a Storming strike. And fire, yep. Alright, hits the plane with fire, but that doesn't bring it down. Again, Katusha really close to the front. Really surprised the Panther isn't killing it unless it's just weirdly placed where it so barely looks like it would creep in the front where the Panther would hit the absolute front of it, but nope, can't see it. Guard troops moving on in, trying to stop that armor. Again, Daxter trying to punish it before it can escape again. Katusha coming on in, clearing the Pioneers. Could be a good wipe right there. Nope, they all retreat. So, the Soviet, something of the Soviets just died right now. I'm not entirely sure what. But they are pushing back the armor, it looks like. But they need to get some kills. Again, the Panther escaped. Jagdpanzer escaped. Population-wise, it looks like they just lost the Pioneers. That's it. None of the armor perished. Looks like Sturm Tiger got 1 kill, so it hasn't been doing as hot ever since it got to Vet 5. Got a little cocky. It's like a college student in a senior year. Sure, he might have gotten honors throughout the rest of it, like his, time in college, but hasn't done much else. Like, hasn't done much the senior year, just kind of coasting. A lot of Katusha saying mid. I guess they really are trying to stop it. T-30-45 trying to make its escape. We have zeroing, but we have nothing revealing target, so the T-30-45 should be able to get out of there just fine. Like, that makes sense to call in zeroing if you can see and kill the unit. But if the unit's just going to slowly escape, there's no point. Like, don't call it in. Alright, Grenadiers on standby, kind of moving on in. They still have the fuel. I'll give credit. Axis still have double fuel. Allies do not. Allies still have 62 munitions, so they're still calling in enough airstrikes. I mean, El Gren has enough to just keep calling in stuff constantly. Storm Tiger tries to knock out the IC-152, but alas, only stuns it. Although it is pretty weak, all things considered. Jagdpanzer moving on. Double Jagdpanzer moving on in. But double... Again, you have another IC-152, Vet 3. Although, Daxter's ICU has no kills. Okay, until it killed that Jagdpanzer. But finally gets himself a kill on that. S-25 moving on in to help target. Hits a Raketenwerfer. I feel like you're targeting the wrong unit, but whatever. You're trying to help, buddy. I'll give you credit there. Alright, now, again, they have to move in their reserve infantry to stop the shock troops from pushing on in. Support gun, Vet 5. My god, 25 kills? I have not seen this thing. Good job, Mimo. Good work there. LAFH with 39 kills. Again, Axis just being constantly hammered by artillery. They're under pressure, but they're not dead, which is surprising, all things considered. They're trying to push up, but there's a huge Axis line right here. And again, just for reference, Artie Machine has spotting scope, so we can see it coming. So that helps with the pack. It is stunned. They might be able to get the kill on this IS-252. Luckily, pack gun is killed by artillery. Panther moving on in, Vet 3. Button, though, so we can't dive it, but Panzer IV is diving, possibly into a trap. Katusha, though, in harm's way. 53 kills. Might die right now. Nope. Looks like escapes. Armor doesn't give chase. IS-252 will escape for the time being. Although we do have a Storm Tiger in mid trying to make a breakthrough, but alas, pushed back again. Axis, again, lost control of mid. Allies have it and putting pressure back on them. On the right, Armor is being pushed back by the double Firefly and IS-152 combo. Panzer IV could perish here if he's not too careful. Aviary does miss, however, unfortunate. And Grenadiers will grab back the fuel. Again, I'll give full credit to Taz and Daxter, who's kind of going back between the right and mid. They're holding the point. They are holding. Somehow. Again, you would assume that with all the artillery they have, they would just keep firing and blast the armor away. But no. The Axis just aren't able to constantly hit where the allies are. So they're arting like right here, but they're not arting where they're actually being repaired. If they arted where the units are being repaired, that would at least delay them a little bit. But alas, we're just not seeing that.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Again, so what do the Axis do? More artillery. We got Stuka coming on in. Again, we got the Vet 4 Stuka. Lots of artillery. God damn, Vet 4 artillery. We still have all those artillery pieces. Arden Machine has artillery, though more of it's armor, which again is funny. S-285 croaks to the Storm Tiger, so great shot there. Also, I think he killed the Raketenwerfer, which was taken. Again, small battle going on. IS-152. Again, Vet 3, like no infantry kills, just one armor kill. But it looks like the Jagdpanzers are moving on in. Again, has to watch out for the guard troops, but IS-252 dealing with the Panzer IV to make sure the guard troops are A-okay. S-285 trying to cover. S-285 misses. Hold on. Assault officer moving on in. It's about to perish. No, not the assault officer. Okay, it lives. Panther is well being pushed back. Panzer IV lived. Again, we'll give full credit, though, to the Axis over here. Every time they've engaged, I think most of their men retreat just fine. Like, Artie Machine loses infantry, but his armor's still pretty good shape. So I'll give some credit there. Like, he's doing well in that way. Meanwhile, in mid, we got Panther. Again, Raul was saying this game was a GG 27 minutes ago, so it's almost double the time the GG has taken place. And they still are losing, technically. They have a 67-point deficit right now. IS-152 is moving back to mid. This one has been better into killing infantry, but not so much better. Again, plenty of tanks to hold back any armor pushes. Infantry gets pushed back by Katyushas. Again, Yeah, it looks like we have 2 with Manta, and we have another 1 with El Gran. Stuka coming in on it. Does get the kill. Good shot with the Stuka. Yeah, that was Raul's Stuka, so excellent shot opening. Big push going on. We have, looks like Panzer Commander using artillery in that sector to try to neutralize some of the units right here. Could actually do it. Yeah, they were grouped up for a while, so they actually got a good strike. Stuka comes in to push back the shock troops. Alba Sudan advancing. Vet 5. Solid work right there. Meanwhile, on the right, we have infantry battling it out. Again, guard troops slowly being worn down by the grenadiers, but still doing pretty well at holding the star. And again, so long as they have the star, the pressure is being placed on the enemy. Oh, Katyusha coming on in. Great shots against all the infantry, and even more walking into it. Buddy, maybe don't. And now without infantry support, Taz is moving on in. Jagdpanzer's having issues. Can they get a kill finally? They finally knock out a Jagdpanzer. Brumbar forcing itself in to try to help, but there's too many tank destroyers, and there's way too much armor coming single file. Brumbar dies. Vet 3, that's 2 armored units. That's some of the most kills we've seen so far. Panzer 4 under fire now. Mark target coming into effect. I think mark target, right? Yep. Panzer 4. Oh my god, the Axis are losing everything. Panzer 4 retreating. The Stuka barrage coming on in on all the armor, but so far the Allies have yet to lose a single armor piece in this sector. Again, ISU 5-2 is hurt badly, but managing to pull back. Fireflies providing great coverage. Panther trying to get heals in as soon as possible. Engineers going in for the fuel. Again, you still have some things here. Mass armor redeployment is being initiated. We also have a Sturmovik strike to come in to help push back the Pioneers, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to pull back. Plane crashes, though. Stuka up to Vet 5. Okay, it's done a lot better later on. They're going to grab the fuel. Honestly, wonderful counterattack by the Allies against the Axis push. They did not lose a single unit, I think. I think he... yeah, no. Daxter lost his Vet 3 Katyusha, I think Daxter lost to Katyusha. But otherwise, they did pretty solid work, right? I want to say they held off that extremely well. And now, yes, let me be very clear. Brian and Artie Machine can replenish their losses pretty quickly. Like, they can replenish losses. The counterpoint is it takes time. And time is something they do not have. As long as they have this point here, right? And as long as they have mid, the Allies can sit back and relax. Meanwhile, Daxter, if he needs to, can redistribute his men over here and hold on to this point. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's moving his guard troops in a position where if he needs to move left or right, he can do either or. Zeroing called down in a weird spot. I have no idea why it's being called down here. They don't have recon or sight. So this is just kind of wasting 250 munitions, in my opinion. Sturmovik strike holds back some of the infantry, and it's not like El Gran Eagle has like not enough munitions. He has 800 munitions. Keep calling those strikes. He's just calling them in. Just why not at this point? It's like, oh yeah, there's one German Pioneer over the bridge. Air Force, go in. All right, they're being again. They're pushing up infantry. Their armor's back a little bit. Guard troops are seeing this. S-285 trying to hit the armor. Oh, we have a small rout going on left. It looks like all the Volk squads got perished. Oh, not perished, but got pushed back. Unfortunately, shock troops did get hit by a full blast of a... Do they have a bunker here? Oh my god, they're really trying to fortify this location. Too bad the Soviets just walk in and say no. Again, Katyusha coming in, pushing kills the pack. Armor, again. Oh, Panther charging on in, trying to flank the Fireflies. Fireflies looks like doesn't take too much damage. Panther, though, does die. So that's a new Panther that immediately goes bye-bye. AVRE coming on in to push back this armor. Stuns it. Fireflies might be able to make some money moves right now on a unit that literally cannot move. AVRE is still taking damage, but can take as much as it needs to in order for the ISU-52 and S-285 to kill some of this stuff. Panther, I don't know what it's trying to do. Maybe going for a dive or something? But unit is not close to dying. Artillery, though, does actually manage to hit some of the Royal Engineers. So they are starting to hit where they're repairing a little bit more, which is imperative because you need to stop those repairs in order to hold this territory. Meanwhile, again, 3-1 advantage right now for the Allies. Katusha, unable to fire. Not sure why it's on the front. Maybe it was a misclick. Sternbig strike coming on in to push back the infantry. Does manage to kill the Raketmorpher. Literally, doesn't even take through it. Kills it. So excellent job right there. Oh, we have a push in mid. Wait, no. ISU 152 goes down. Okay. That is unfortunate loss for, I think it's, yeah, El Grand Eagle. They lost that unit. Because that's a big reason why middle is probably not fallen as much. Because that thing has held back a lot of the armor. But now Taz... Oh, wait. Taz still has infantry over here? Is that how, like... Okay, focus all the frontline infantry in mid. I don't really care about my side. It doesn't matter. Like, they have not been that much of a threat. That's what I'm getting at. Also, this assault officer has 45 kills. Like,
The enemy have destroyed a forward position.
pretty solid. Looks like artillery finally removed a forward base on this side. They need the VP, though, so they need to push up. Artillery does manage to hit. Oh, and Stuka kills the Royal Engineer squad. But Taz can easily get replacements. But still, it takes time. And if the armor's not healed, that is something to, you know, positive to say. Oh, no. Okay, thank God. I was like, Grand Eagle, please don't walk into that. Storm Tiger's like, oh, yes, 15 kills. Here I come. Oh, never mind. They retreated. So instead, they're going to fire in the smoke? So you're just going to fire in the smoke. There's a Volk squad there now. He's using the grenade to help kill him. King Tiger as well right there. Hits the Su-85 to stun it. Doesn't do as much as I think he wanted, though the King Tiger's heat rounds are definitely doing a lot. Shock troops actually pushing through the lines. Oh, now they have a half track. It's about... I'm sorry. Maybe they have had that for a little while, but I swear to God, I'm glad they finally deployed one of them. Because, again, that helps with being able to see targets and recon and such. For the Axis being able to do something. Meanwhile, it looks like on the right, Axis forces are having a bit of a rough time. Though Panther's charging ahead. Not sure what they're trying to do. Especially because the Fireflies are now moving on in. Aviary stuns the Panther. The other one's trying to escape. Can they kill it? Looks, I don't think they have the capabilities to, but I think this Panther's dead. I want to say this Panther's going to die. Yep, they get it. Another Panther charging, but Fireflies are right there guarding him. Vet 3 Panther overextending way too much. And there it goes. Again, they're trying to make these big plays with this armor. They're like, we can finally beat the Allied armor, and it's just not working. Like, Taz has been pretty solid with keeping his armor alive. Aviary, unfortunately, not able to kill the Stern Pioneers, but does manage to push him back and stop him from taking the VP. Stuka finally gets all those engineers. Oh my God. That's why you don't repair on the front. But, you know, glad the Stuka was able to finally get that. Hot damn. Alright, so literally all the Royal Engineers are now dead, which is going to limit Taz's ability to heal. And remember, he can't. It takes time to just, you know, get these units because they have cooldowns in order to deploy them. So he might have to be forced. He might be forced to actually get more Royal Engineers, base Royal Engineers, in order to repair. Artillery hitting this sector as well. So while the Allied forces try to figure out a way to repair, Axis forces at the very least can mass deploy Panthers and other units. So hopefully they can counterattack. Oh, he actually lost a Firefly, the artillery. Taz, what are you doing? You're being cocky? Because right now it looks like you're just allowing the enemy to annihilate your armor. It's like, oh yeah, this artillery, it's not that big of a deal. And he's that guy that's saying it's not a big deal, even though literally everyone around him is dead. Oh my God, great shot. Well, there goes that unit. Luckily, the Katusha can still live if you can, you know, cause some repairs. Stern Tiger just doing very well this game. I'm very happy with the performance of this unit. King Tiger rolling on in. Zeroing, helping clear up some of the infantry and force them to not come in this way, force them all the way around into the King Tiger's clutches. Fortunately, the grenade missed, and allies right now are not in a great position to hold the VPs. Oh my god, Elgren, what are you doing? Pull back, please. Thank god. Alright, you did pull back. I think he actually recrewed that Katusha right there. Anyway, Daxter no longer has a Katusha for reference. Yeah, luckily Manta still has a Katusha, which is helping a little bit. But, yeah, they're not exactly high. I mean, this one has 28 kills, but they're not high kill count ones. Oh, T-3045 got decrewed by, I'm assuming, artillery. And now we have a big push on right. Double packs, all sorts of stuff. Again, luckily he did replenish his men and get some upgrades for them. But did they have enough AT to hold back all this armor? IS-152 trying desperately to repair itself. Does get a kill on some retreating infantry, so that's positive. Guard troops coming on in for as a little bit of a buffer, but there's so much going on right now. They need something big. Fireflies finally coming on in with the S-285. Armor slowly being pushed back. They need a good Katusha strike right here. Zeroing, coming in all their armor. Oh no. Allies in a really bad state right now. Hold on. Puma coming in, but hits a mine, so that failed. That infantry exploded, so good job with the Storm Tiger. 73 kills. King Tiger now punching through mid. Allied forces immediately having, like, they have to pull back. They can't stay under so much artillery. Axis hold mid now. Axis hold right. Like, this is worst case scenario for the Allies. And again, you still, like, a lot of the Axis players have at least 1,000 manpower in their reserve, right? Like, Artie Machine, once he replenishes, he's back up the pop cap. Everyone else is really solid. Sure, they have a lot of recruits, like a lot of very, very new piece of, you know, a lot of new units, but overall, they still have pop cap. Meanwhile, Allies, well, some of them are near that. El Grand Eagle's not. He's taken way too many hits, and it has to pull back. Manta is also taking a lot of hits. He's kind of getting back up there, but using a lot of his excess reserves. So right now, if we're looking at this, honestly, while the Allies are not terrible, like compared to the Axis, it's no-brainer that the Allies are definitely a little bit of an issue. But if they maybe kill this king, that would help a lot. Because that would throw at least a lot of Rail's fuel that, like, into, like, oh no, we have to get another King Tiger. But that being said, he's marked, but he's not dead. He's so far managed to live. Daxter's trying to kill it. Hits the Sturm Tiger instead, who's rushing on in. And again, he's now firing in mid. Gets a number of units, stuns a few others. Daxter's pushing on right. Panther does die, unfortunately, to the amount of Fireflies currently hitting it. AVRE looks like he did fire and it helped stun it or something. Rail Engineers taking a position. Again, Allied forces down. They're 2-1 right now with VPs because they had 3 VPs against them. Lost all of his repair crew, and now he has no way. He should have retreated. Once you realize there's no way you can capture it, you should have pulled back. But what's this? Oh my god, Taz coming in from behind. And, yeah, there's some mines here, but there's not much else stopping them. If they can take mid, if El Grand Eagle take mid with his infantry, provided by, like, some Katusha and S-285s protecting against armor and infantry coming on in, they might be able to do this. Meanwhile, Daxter's doing what he can to harass this infantry, but again, he himself doesn't have a Katusha anymore. He has to replenish that. Volk Squad coming on in. Unfortunately, Assault Officer hits a mine, and he might die because of the MG on retreat. Or is there mines in his way? I think there might be. Yep, there he goes. That was a Vet 3 unit, too, that just perished. But it might be enough if they can hold on and grab some additional VPs in the meantime. Guard troops trying to hold. God damn it. This game's 1 hour and 15 minutes. I was not expecting this. I was so not expecting this. But great shot with the IS-252. As Hulk cleared a lot of armor and infantry. Unfortunately, S-285 does hit a lot of their armor. Again, I will say... Oh, great. Sturm Tiger gets a decent shot. Not too much damage, but does stun it. I will say the biggest bane of so far the allies has been this. Like, I don't know if they... Have they been able to kill any of the artillery? It looks like they have. Oh, wait, nope. Never mind. All the artillery has been alive for all this time. That, like... That's the biggest... That's the biggest thing, is the Axis have been able to fire their artillery non-stop with no repercussions. And again, I'm going to point this out. I think the 152 strike needs to be used against them. It sucks they don't have like a strike and they would have to rely on, Taz in order to do that, which his fire is currently being used to hold back the infantry. But still. Oh, pack gun! No, you can't lose that IS-152. He doesn't have the fuel for it. Get out of there! S-35 taking the shots. The IS-152 can escape. Taz healing up his armor. We have another Panther coming on in. Again, every time you kill these Panthers, more comes out. It's like, the Allies are like, wait a second. The Axis aren't supposed to have this sort of production. But they do. Katusha trying to push back and kill a lot of the Sturms. They do actually manage to kill 2 squads. Sturm Tiger gets another shot. 76 kills. So. Oh my god. 19 points remaining. Alright, they kill that unit. It's a big battle right now for mid. King Tiger being pushed back by the tank destroyers. No AT long range coming in. What is this Stuka hitting? Conscripts? Oh, they get the kill. Nice. On the right, Taz needs to send more infantry, but he just doesn't have frontline facing infantry. He has something like a sniper, but that's very slow and methodical killing infantry. You kind of need something like big and brash to go in there, like shock troops or something. Unless the idea is get something with power that can throw artillery down. That might be something. Again, you have this thing right here, which looks like a Sturm Big Strike is coming on in with a grenade to help clear it. That will help the armor out, especially. What is... Is that a 152 being called in? Did he use the 152 on that? Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, shock troops pushing it on right. Oh my god, they... Alright, instead of going for mid, go there. And there's also a sniper there for some reason. Zeroing, though, is holding the line. They need to keep moving so they don't get hit by artillery. And on the right, Axis forces lost the VP and lost the armor. They need to keep holding it, but replacements are coming in, but they need infantry, too. And Brian doesn't have much infantry. Grenadiers are running in from the base, so it's going to take some time. We have a random engineer squad going for mid, but the Sturm Tiger's pretty much going to say fuck no to that, I would assume. And fire some grenades. Anyway, shock troops were cleared out of here. Sniper might need to just walk on in. Oh my god, he's going to reveal himself there. Throws down pyrotechnics. Immediately dies. But I don't think the base artillery is going to annihilate any of these squads. But here's the thing. Katusha coming on in. Artillery is kind of coming in ever so slowly. With the Katusha, yep, there it goes. I think the artillery strike also came in there. But they also decap mid. So right now, Axis, unless they take a point, which it looks like they're not doing it, will win this game. Allies were literally about to lose this game, but somehow came back with a last-minute Hail Mary and managed to win it via VPs. That's why VPs are so important in this game. And by God, they did it. They actually did it. Hey, remember when Raul said about, like, 50 minutes ago how this game was GG? Remember that? Oh, my God. Anyway, so, yes, we're finally done with this game. Hot damn. And, yeah, if we look at the after action report, what do we see? Nothing, because I didn't switch on the game. What we are seeing, though, is Taz, who submitted this replay, thank you. Daxter with 139,000 damage dealt. And top kills with 240, though all the allies took heavy losses in this game. And yeah, overall we're looking at the Axis with top damage at 95,000, 389 kills for Raoul. And again, that makes sense. His infantry were pretty top-notch across the board. Like, switching on over. 82 kills with the Storm Tiger. King Tiger did okay. Stuka did 19. Not really that great. His infantry, like, his Olmstedon got, like, 75 kills. So, yeah, he definitely got a ton of kills. How much did all the artillery get? I wonder. 59 kills, right? Then we also have... sorry, I'm looking at this from a different perspective. Let me switch back. Give me 1 second. All right, anyway. So, yeah, you have that. You have this artillery, right, with 41 kills. So, that's easily 110 kills right there. You have 67 kills here. You have 14 kills with Vet 4 right there, and it's definitely causing havoc if it's up to Veteran C4, right? So, you're in a position right now, right, and you're the allies, and you literally have you have a constant artillery that did close to 200 damage. Then you add in the Stukas with 76 kills right here. Let's see, the other Stuka. Sorry, you never got Panzerwerfer. This Stuka has 19 kills, and this Stuka has 69 kills. So you're essentially looking at artillery that did a combined total of like, what, 300 plus kills overall in this game. That's a lot. That's a lot of that's a lot of kills for stuff on the field right now. But even with artillery on the field, like up there of like 300 plus kills, I would say, right? I'm just giving a general estimate. The Allies still held on because they had solid armor, that they kept it alive, and they were able to do that damage and hold on to key positions. Sure, middle was a bit touch and go, and we can see here El Grand Eagle definitely lost quite a bit. They still held on very well, and again kept putting the pressure on, even with less forces and less reserves. Axis forces had tons. I mean, like, they were averaging, what, 1,000 easily? Yeah, easily 1,000 manpower plus above the entire game, but they could not hold on. Again, solid defensive plays by Taz and Daxter on the right. Solid defensive plays by El Grand Eagle and Manta holding mid. Even if they lost that battle, they still held on. And again, great dive by Manta and Taz on the far left. That's what sealed the deal. Again, people forget the fight in areas that they're not occupied in. But again, you may have the territory, but you need something to protect it. Otherwise, this stuff can happen. But solid game. Nonetheless, solid game. This game went on for like an hour and close to 20 minutes. So I'm done. I'm done with this game. But anyway, thanks guys again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's been Greyshot17. I'll see all of you next time. Hey guys, before you go, let me give a special shout out to Aphyria, Folkvard, Joey G240, Balam, Ace, Tony B, Ion, Little Koosh, Samuel McKinney, Seth Coopers, and Jacob Oswald. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support and generosity. If you guys want additional content, check out the links above. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.